Can you hear me? Please tell me you can hear me. Yes? Hi. People are finding me. This is good. Can you hear me? That is the question of the day right now. Can you hear me? Someone respond. Yes, thank you, Lissa. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Can somebody please, does anybody still have the old chat open? Can somebody go drop the link? Actually, I can probably do it. See if I can find, oh wait, it was on the front page. Gosh, Brianna, come on, get it together. Let me take this link, ding, 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 and put it over here. Oh, Lissa beat me to it. Thank you. Okay. I don't know what happened. I have absolutely no idea. The only thing I can think of is the screen that was on my watch was like it's connected to something and it said YouTube. I don't know if I bumped something that made the sound transfer somewhere else. I don't know. I have no idea what happened, which is really lame. And now I don't remember what we were talking about. I don't remember. But I'm glad y'all are finding me. Shout out to the people that are coming over from the other chat and are paying enough attention. I heard a loud ping, then nothing. That is so weird. We were doing so well. I know. We haven't had a technical mishap in a really long time. So, you know what? One out of weeks and weeks and weeks. Have we had a technical mishap since I switched over to my iPhone? Because I've been doing this for weeks and it's been working really, really well. So we were due for something stupid. I mean, who knows? It could have been something weird like my husband switched feeds and messed with the internet or did something. I don't know. Yeah. So that's awesome. All things considered, it's fine. And thankfully, it happened at the hour mark anyway. So I can't really complain. But I wanted to make sure that I came back and actually actively finished up and concluded every time. That's it. Blame your husband. I will blame my husband. He threatened to I don't know which game I should watch. Maybe I'll watch 2 games. I'm like, if you're going to watch 2 games during my live stream, please disconnect from the Wi-Fi and watch one on your phone for me because I need some of the bandwidth. just for an hour and a half. That's all I need it for. But I really have no idea. I think the more likely culprit was my Apple Watch. The Apple Watch probably I don't know, I touched it, but I looked down at one point and it said YouTube on it. And you know how if you have an Apple TV or something, you can control your Apple TV from your watch, you can control your phone from your watch and the audio and all that jazz. I'm wondering if I hit something or if it thinks I hit something that jacked up the sound. I have no idea. But you can hear me now, so that's all that matters. And I honestly don't remember what I was talking about. So does anybody, we were talking about working out. I hope that answered Lydia's question. I don't know if she's going to mosey on back here or not. So if you, the lovely people that transferred over, have any questions for Q&A, feel free. In the meantime, I'll tell you a story about how I celebrated Harry Potter's birthday on, when was that, Friday? Friday. We celebrated Harry Potter's birthday by watching the last Harry Potter movie and having cake that said Happy Birthday Harry on it and was dyed pink with green writing. And I'm still working my way through that cake. And it was amazing, but my husband officially rewatched all of the Harry Potter movies and he loved it, and it was spelled correctly. You're absolutely right. And he loved it, and he loved it so much so that as I'm rereading the books, I'm on page 200 of the 4th book. He keeps asking me. He's like, "Well, what's different? Well, what happened? Well, what's this?" I swear I'm this close to getting him to read the books because he's invested now, which makes my heart so happy. So happy. How did I like the last movie? I liked the last movie. The Harry Potter series, in my opinion, was very well done book to movie in terms of the history of turning books into movies. Some of them are done incredibly poorly. The Harry Potter ones, though, are, I think, very well done. However, I understood as I watched them, and I really understand now as I'm rereading them just how much they left out. But I understand because those movies were already really freaking long, and if they put every detail of the books into the movies, they'd literally be 3.5 hour, 4 hour movies. They'd be amazing, but they'd be really long. But like, I'm in the middle of the 4th book now, and I'm on page 200, and they just announced the Triwizard Tournament. Page 200. That's like 10 minutes into the movie they announce it, and it's page 200. Eric's like, well, what the heck happened the other 200 pages? So I kind of touched on all of the other stuff that was going on that wasn't in the movies, but he's recalling spells, he's recalling characters, he's in it. I finally got him like in it, which is great. Yeah, I loved that. Let's see. Did you say when you count calories that you watch carbs too? No, I watch protein. I don't care about the carbs. I give myself a pat on the back if I have a day that's low carb, but the only thing I care about is protein. Protein is my jam. It's my baby. Today I had like 120 something grams of protein. Feel real good about it. But yeah, protein. Always protein. Even when I was tracking points, I still track protein. Because that's the metric I want to know. Did you enjoy book 3 just as much this time around? I did. I really did. They're all just so good. We'll have to see if it's still my favorite, but I really enjoyed it. That one is the one that took me the least amount of time to get through because I was so in it that I'm like, I just gotta keep going, So yeah, I really loved book 3 a lot. I don't know what it is about book 3 that I liked so much, but I really liked it. HP TV series where each book is a season would be awesome. That's true. That's very true. Found a book Florian Mark wrote called Talk to the Mirror. Interesting. Maybe they might make an HP TV series in the future. That would be so cool, but also I would have a very, very hard time letting go of the actors that they chose. Like, I feel like a Snape that is not Alan Rickman would just not measure up. I could be alone in this, but like Snape was, Alan Rickman was so good. And I'm sorry, but I probably can't let go of Daniel Radcliffe either. Like, he's the perfect Harry Potter. The perfect Harry Potter. The casting, and we thought this a lot the whole time, the casting of the movies was out of this world. Out of this world. There is not a single actor I would have changed in the whole thing. There's not a single actor I would have changed. Like every student, he is Snape. Exactly. Like, you can't have a Snape that's not Alan Rickman. Therefore, Harry Potter can never be recreated. Alan Rickman. Gosh, I loved him. I was so sad the day he died. So sad. There's no one like Snape. Nope. How do you calculate your protein goal? That is a great question. I personally just kind of picked a number out of thin air. I knew that I felt my best when I got at least 100 grams of protein. I used the Jordan Syatt formula, which is like, I do more than the Jordan Syatt formula. Jordan Syatt's formula is like 0.7 grams of protein per your goal weight. So like for a goal weight of 150, it would be 150 times 0.7, and that would be your protein goal. However, I believe that clocked in at under 100, and I wasn't thrilled about that. Or no, it might be 105. It might be 105. I can't remember now. But I was like, I wanted just a little bit higher, so I kind of bumped it up a little bit more because I function best, at least right now, I function best, I believe, on more protein and less carb and moderate fat. However, there could come a day, especially if I keep beating myself up working out like I have been, where as long as I'm getting ample protein, I can up the carb count, not in a sugary kind of way, but in like a whole grain kind of way, to get more energy. But I'm not there yet. Right now I'm focused on protein because I'm building. I'm not maintaining, I'm not endurance running, I'm building. So that's what I'm focused on right now. And protein is what you use to build muscle. So I actually hit my protein goal yesterday. I've heard people say there should be a Marauder series. Interesting. That I could probably get behind, because it would be younger versions of the actors, so you couldn't use the regular actors anyway. That I could probably get behind. I wish Richard Harris could have lived for the remaining movies. Oh, Kathy, I am with you. I'm with you. And this time around, I've watched the movies a billion times, but like this time around, I actually, because I had to explain to Eric, hey, Dumbledore is different. You know, can you tell the different, you know, whatever. And the conclusion that I came to was the first Dumbledore, Richard Harris, I guess, the first Dumbledore, I don't know the actors' names, was a much more grandfatherly and sweet Dumbledore. And I feel like new Dumbledore was a little bit angry. And I really would have loved to see how the first Dumbledore would have done this stuff in the later books. I would have loved to see his interpretation of that. And we'll never know what it was, but like, because the actors are so different, the Dumbledores are obviously very different. And while the new guy did a great job with Dumbledore, like you love that Dumbledore just as much, there was something less grandfatherly about the new Dumbledore, and he was just a little bit harsher and a little bit meaner. And I always wonder, like, this sweet grandfather Dumbledore, how would he have come across in the 5th movie when he wouldn't look at Harry and was really short with him and all that? Like, how would the other actor have come across in that scene? This is the stuff I think about as an actor. Like, because I'm an actor myself, so I've had to create my own characters and see other interpretations of people that went through the same rehearsal process as me. And so this is the stuff I think about, and just how different interpretations can be, you know? And oh, I would have loved to see that Dumbledore see it all the way through. You might like a modern witch. Oh, interesting. He probably would have asked Harry if he put his name in the Goblet of Fire calmly. Yeah, I don't know. And so I'm interested to get to know Dumbledore as things intensify in the books again, and see which Dumbledore I feel would have been the right Dumbledore, you know? I don't know. Don't get me wrong. The new guy did a great job with the character. He was outstanding. But there was just something that, like, you just wanted to oh, he was so cute. He was just the cutest Dumbledore. He was so sweet. He was the sweet grandpa. New Dumbledore is the less sweet grandpa, you know? Yeah. All right. Do we have any other questions, comments, concerns, things you want to talk about, things you don't want to talk about? Trying to keep the list running. Thank you to those of you that actually followed me on over to this thread. I'm so miffed that the sound went out, but I don't know why it happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. That would not be good. But just a friendly reminder that in 15 minutes over on the iTrack Bites YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Instagram page, Jordan Clyde will be going live. Did you see the food comment scale? No, I did not, Lindsay. So say it or ask it or whatever it was again. I didn't see it. By that time, I think I was freaking out about the fact that I had no sound. Anyway, while Lindsay is typing, Jordan will be live doing the weekly iTrack Bites meeting, which I actually think I read thanks to a push notification from iTrack Bites. I've been digging the iTrack Bites push notifications that have been coming through because they're very relevant. They make me chuckle because I know somebody's watching me on the days that I do the Instagram story takeovers for them, because halfway through the day, I will get a push notification from iTrack Bites telling me what I did today, which I just think is hysterical, because it's like, see Ambassador Brianna as she does her grocery shopping at Sam's Club and Target. Or the week that I announced that I was changing plans, the person put all the emojis in, like, Ambassador Brianna changes from carb conscious to counting calories. Like, and I'm just like, what is happening? So somebody's watching, but it cracks me up to get those notifications. But they're very helpful when they're not about me, because they remind me to go and do the things. So today, apparently, Jordan is talking about NEAT, which is that non-exercise activity thermogenesis that I was talking about 15 minutes ago. So I'm waiting on Lindsay's question or comment. Is it coming? Is it coming? There it is. Since you said your scale doesn't measure milliliters, I've noticed mils versus gram is always the same number for both measurements. I noticed that with the dressing, and I thought it was a coincidence. So that comment is actually very helpful, Lindsay, because it's kind of what I've been, I mean, I don't measure very many liquids in my, on my food scale, but like dressings is the one thing that I'm like, oh, I wish I could measure this. But if they're pretty close, then a couple 5 calories difference not going to make a huge difference. So I'm not too worried about it. But that's a very helpful piece of information. I didn't hear you talk. Ha ha ha. Sassy, sassy. All right, my friends. I think it's a safe bet. Yeah, I think it is too. So thank you for that comment. That is very helpful. All right, my friends. I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you to those of you that transferred over. People are going to come on my YouTube tomorrow and be like, what the heck happened? I don't even know. But that's okay. This was a lot of fun. I'm trying to think if I have any last minute announcements for you guys, and I do not think that I do. So I'm just going to leave you with have an amazing week. Remember that action creates the motivation and not the other way around. So do not use the excuse of you are not motivated anymore. Because I will not buy it. I will not buy it. And on that note, I will see you guys next week.